A loving mother and her innocent 6-year-old daughter vanished without a trace.
After days of searching, police made a tragic discovery today. They say 2 bodies found in a rural area near Washougal are believed to be those of a missing 27-year-old mother and her 7-year-old daughter.
Authorities say they were last seen back on March 12th.
Their family searched everywhere, praying for a miracle. But what police discovered would shock an entire city to its core.
Meantime, the man accused in their deaths faces charges of first-degree murder. Kirkland Warren is being held in jail on no bail. He pleaded not guilty yesterday. Warren returns to court next month and, of course, will continue to follow that case.
This isn't just a story about a disappearance. This is a story about a dangerous man who should have never been walking free. A man with a dark past. A man who had already killed before, and the system that failed to stop him before it was too late. What happened to Misha and little Isla? The truth is more horrifying than anyone could imagine. Stay with us as we uncover every shocking detail of this heartbreaking case. Before we dive into this story, if you care about justice and want to stay updated on cases like this, please hit that subscribe button right now. Ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if this story touches your heart, leave a comment below sharing your thoughts. Your support helps us bring awareness to these important cases. Now let's get into the story. March 22nd, 2023. Inside a jail. A detective sits down at a chess table. He's waiting. This interview could change everything. He needs to find Misha and Isla. He needs answers, and he needs them now. The detective starts asking questions.
I guess, first of all, how are you holding up?
As I can.
As you can? Okay. Because we're here in a jail, I'm going to read your Miranda rights. So, I'm a missing persons detective, okay? I also do a few other things like cell phones and computers. I'm a bit of a geek, but part of me being a geek is I also have to do missing persons.
He's a missing persons detective, works on phones, computers, all that tech stuff. But right now, he's looking for Misha and her daughter. And someone told him Kirkland was with them on March 12th.
So, in my missing persons investigation, Joanne told me at some point in the night of March 12th, she saw you with, is it Misha or Misha?
Misha.
Kirkland says they all stayed together that night at a friend's place, a woman named Joanne. The detective asks if Misha said she was going somewhere.
Did she say she was going somewhere? Can you tell me anything about that?
No, there was no talk about going anywhere. We had went out. Well, initially we came over to Joe's house because she was a mutual friend.
Okay.
We just came over there, this is really my girlfriend,
So you guys went over to Joe's because she's a mutual friend, right?
We were literally just going to talk and be together. We slept together that night, everything.
Kirkland says no. They didn't talk about going anywhere. They just went to hang out at Joe's house. She's a mutual friend. They were trying to work things out. They even slept together that night. He says they were trying to get back together. Says everything was fine. They left in the morning, everything normal. The detective asks what happened next.
Joe says that she saw, at some point in the night, you and Misha left, you guys came back, and then you and left the apartment with Misha, who apparently was out in your car. What kind of car do you drive?
Charger.
The Dodge Charger, right? Yeah. And then where did you guys go after that?
It wasn't nighttime then, it was the morning time. We didn't go anywhere. Misha had parked the car down the street. We went down the street and took it to the car.
Oh, okay.
And that was it.
Kirkland says it was morning, not night. Misha had parked her car down the street. He drove her and Isla to it. They got out, they drove away. That was it. 6 days later, March 18th, Misha and Isla are officially reported missing. Misha had her own life. She was independent, but she wouldn't just disappear. Not like this, not without telling her family. She loved her daughter. Isla showed up in all her TikTok videos, dancing with her mom, smiling, happy. Isla was only 6 years old, but she was smart, doing great in school, her whole life ahead of her. Misha once said she didn't know how she got so blessed with such an amazing daughter. When Misha's mom doesn't hear from her for a week, she knows something's wrong. She calls the cops. Police go to Misha's apartment. Nobody's there, no sign of them. The next day, Misha's mom finds her daughter's car, abandoned, in the Van Mall neighborhood. The same neighborhood where Misha and Isla stayed with Kirkland that night. Kirkland tells the detective he tried to contact Misha that same day.
And then we tried contacting her later on that day because she had left her purse. And then
I'm sorry, she left her purse?
She left her purse.
Okay, so she left her purse in your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
But literally after that, Joe, even then, I had tried to, I didn't call her on a regular phone. I called her Google Duo, and just because she said it was the safest. Called her Google Duo, she wasn't picking up.
And this is because she's missing, right? Like you were trying to get a hold of her and you couldn't.
I mean, it wasn't a big concern at first because
okay.
I literally just thought she was just ignoring me for a little bit or something.
She left her purse in his car. The detective asks him to explain. Kirkland says, yeah, she left her purse in his car, so he tried calling her, but not on a regular phone. He used Google Duo. She didn't pick up. The detective asks if this is because she's missing. Kirkland says at first he wasn't worried. He thought maybe she was just ignoring him for a bit. You know how it is. Kirkland and Misha, their relationship was messy, on and off, so maybe it wasn't weird that she didn't call him back.
So where do you think they're at?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Is there any history of them running off?
Not that I know of.
No.
Okay, so when you went over to Nettie's, what did you and Nettie do?
We just hung out at a bagel and just watched TV.
Did you buy her a bagel too?
Yeah.
Is she like a girlfriend?
No.
No, she's just a friend.
Michelle is my girlfriend. Michelle is my girlfriend. But me and my wife are in the process of being separated.
Wait, wife? Kirkland grew up in Arkansas. His dad was a judge, but his dad resigned back in 2009. Why? Accusations, forgery, abuse of power, theft. Kirkland moved to Washington a few years ago. He got married to a woman named Monet. They had 2 daughters together. Monet worked at a bank in Portland, but recently she got accused of stealing money from customer accounts, almost $25,000. And here's where it gets crazy. In November 2022, someone used Monet's credentials to steal $20,000. Where did that money go? Into an account under Misha's name. That same month, security cameras caught Misha opening an account at the credit union, and when she left, she got into Monet's car. These 2 women knew each other, and they were caught up in something together. Misha was active on TikTok until December 20th, 2022. Then she went dark, stopped posting, maybe trying to hide, maybe scared of getting caught. In her last 2 posts, Kirkland was right there with her. So what connects Misha and Monet? One man, Kirkland Warren. When police questioned Monet, she blamed Kirkland, said he asked her to help him steal the money, said he was the one behind it all. He told the detective he was divorcing her, but their relationship wasn't just rocky, it was criminal. And his relationship with Misha, same thing, messy, dangerous.
You guys were going to stay, how long have you guys been staying there?
Literally the first night.
Okay, gotcha.
We, like I said, wasn't trying to violate or get caught violating.
Understood.
The detective asks how long they were staying at Joe's house. Kirkland says just that one night. He didn't want to get caught violating the order. Wait, what order? December 2022, Misha calls 911. She says Kirkland attacked her, says he fired shots at her balcony window while she was looking outside. February 2023, police talk to a friend who was there. The friend backs up her story. But 2 weeks later, Misha changes her mind. She takes it all back, says she lied, says she and her friend both have mental health problems, substance abuse issues. She made it all up. She tells police not to arrest Kirkland, but the cops, they don't buy it. something feels off. March 2nd, they arrest Kirkland anyway. Charges? Domestic violence, drive-by shooting, lying to police, harassment, possession of a stolen gun. The prosecutor says he's extremely dangerous, scores him 31 on a risk scale. The scale only goes to 18. The judge sets his bail at $100,000, orders him to stay away from Misha, no contact. But within hours of that order, Kirkland calls Misha, twice, from jail. He says it's her fault he got arrested, tells her she needs to get the charges dropped. She says she's trying. He gets released on bail that same day, but he violated the no-contact order, so the court orders higher bail, GPS monitoring. March 6th, higher bail, GPS monitoring ordered. March 7th, case dismissed, no GPS monitor. He's free.
They're not protected. DV has never really been taken seriously. The restraining orders are false security blankets. He was released with no GPS in the first place.
Domestic violence activists say victims aren't protected. Restraining orders are just false security blankets. He was released with no GPS in the first place. With this history, Kirkland is the first suspect. Police search his house, his car. March 19th, they arrest him for violating the no-contact order.
Hey, show me your hands. It's the police. Put your hands on top of your head and release your fingers. Listen, you are under arrest for a violation, okay? Do you understand? If you do not obey commands, force may be used against you. Do you understand?
Police show up at his door. They order him to show his hands, put them on his head. He's under arrest for a violation. They warn him that if he doesn't obey, force will be used. Now they can question him about Misha and Isla.
So, I mean, I'm trying to gather leads, right? So if you were me, where would you go looking for, and again, if I find, I'm likely going to find Misha, right? So where do you think they're hiding out at? Where do you think they would go? Where would she want to be?
I don't know. And then, like I said, again, I'm not trying to point fingers or anything. Her ex-husband literally took and wouldn't give her back for a couple days, and we had an issue with that. So,
when was that?
This was like sometime last year, maybe.
Kirkland tries to blame Misha's ex-husband, but police already checked him. Misha and Isla aren't there, and unlike Kirkland, he doesn't have a restraining order against him.
I'm trying not to get too involved in your other case, right? But like I said, I'm more interested in that little girl. Okay, that is, Misha could be anywhere, right? But I mean, I'm sure you love that little girl like everybody else, right? I mean, that little girl got a lot of family, right?
Two of my own. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling y'all, literally, when Misha gave her brother her car, I don't know when they got up in the morning to take Layla to school. Mm-hmm. Every morning.
And you're kind of soft-spoken. Do you mind if I pull up a chair? Sweet, man.
Just know I got a whole lot of shit I'm already dealing with, and this just makes everything worse.
Like what? Like your other cases?
Yeah. All right. Well, I only had one other case, and I've never ran from it. I've always been at every court date on time. I posted bail, never got in trouble since. This is the most trouble I've been in since.
Okay.
The detective says he's trying not to get into Kirkland's other case, but he cares about that little girl. Misha could be anywhere, but that little girl has a lot of family, a lot of people who love her. Kirkland says he has 2 girls of his own. He's the one who took Isla to school every morning. The detective notices he seems stressed. Kirkland says he's got a lot he's dealing with already. This just makes it worse.
Where did you live before you lived here?
Arkansas.
The detective asks what else he's dealing with. Kirkland mentions his other case. The detective asks if he means the one in Arkansas.
Kirkland didn't move to Washington just because he wanted a fresh start. He was running from another case. A murder.
I was there. I was at the scene. I know what road you were off of. I know why there's mud on your car. I know why there's tire tracks down that little road that goes up where you turned around and went back. I know all that stuff. I don't need to know if you did it. Everyone wants to know why. And I think a man like you would at least give people the peace of mind of to at least know why.
I didn't do anything.
The detective says he was there. He was at the scene. He knows what road Kirkland was on. He knows why there's mud on his car. He knows why there are tire tracks down that little road. He knows all of it. He's not even sure Kirkland did it, but people want to know why. A man like him would at least give them peace. Tell them why.
This is your opportunity to at least tell your family why.
Kirkland says he didn't do anything. The detective says this is his chance. Tell his family why. Kirkland says he's done talking. He told the detective he doesn't know anything. He wants an attorney. He asks for a lawyer. But the evidence keeps piling up. March 13th and 15th, Kirkland texts a friend, asks if she knows any secluded areas, woods, somewhere he can bury a gun. March 15th, he transfers $4,200 from Misha's bank account into his own, using her phone. March 18th, he texts another friend saying he needs to get rid of this stool, street slang for a stolen car. Maybe he's talking about the Charger, the one Misha and Isla were last seen in. Police search the car. They find shell casings, a large blue tarp, and blood. Misha's blood. Isla's blood. They were killed in that car. Police talk to Jo, the friend they stayed with on March 11th. She says they left around 5 a.m. on March 12th, said they were going out to make some money. Kirkland came back at 8 a.m., loud music blasting, Misha in the passenger seat, naked from the waist down, looked passed out. Jo reached in to turn the music down. Kirkland shouted at her to close the door. But Jo didn't think anything was wrong. She handed Isla over, and Isla's kitten, Rocky. Kirkland drove off. Isla trusted him. She thought of him like a father. When she got in that car, she had no idea. Her mom was already dead in the front seat.
When that night, pictures of her, she had a kitten on her shirt. She loved cats. And when Joanna Cardinal put her in the defendant's car, she had Rocky with her. And it's our hope that Rocky was the last thing that she saw at the time in which she passed this earth.
The loss of Layla has left a void in my heart that can never be filled. Every day, I wake up with the pain, knowing that my little girl will never grow up.
Our family has been torn apart by grief and the endless questions that haunt us every day. Why?
The prosecutor later said that Isla had a little kitten named Rocky. That night, pictures show her with a kitten on her shirt. She loved cats. And when Jo put Isla in Kirkland's car, she had Rocky with her. And it's their hope that Rocky was the last thing she saw before she left this earth. The family speaks about their loss. They say the loss of Isla has left a void that can never be filled. Every day they wake up in pain, knowing their little girl will never grow up. Their family has been torn apart. The questions haunt them every day. Why? He killed a 7-year-old, shot her, killed her. They ask why judges let him out, why a DA gave him bail.
A 7-year-old and then shot her and killed her.
You have judges that let him out, should never have let him out. You have a district attorney who gave him bail. Why would you give somebody bail who has this kind of a history?
Why would anyone give bail to someone with this kind of history, with all the evidence? Kirkland has to change his story. Now he says he gave Misha a gun for protection, for her work. He won't say what kind of work. He says that morning they were arguing in the car about his second phone, and Misha fumbled with the gun. She accidentally shot her daughter, twice, then herself. That's his story. But why hide the bodies? And why does this look exactly like the 2017 murder of Curtis?
Kirkland Warren pleads guilty, admits to murdering Isla and Misha. He enters something called an Alford plea to a charge of assaulting Isla. This plea lets him maintain his innocence, but works as a guilty plea in sentencing. For these crimes, he's sentenced to life in prison.
I can't even make any more memories The 7 years was all I had. And it's all because of Kirkland Warren. And I want him to suffer every single day.
The family speaks at sentencing. They say they can't make any more memories. 7 years, that's all they had. And it's all because of Kirkland Warren. They want him to suffer every single day. Misha's family asks why he was allowed out on bail. He had a murder case. Why did they let him go?
The trouble is when we have a legal system with district attorneys and judges, they are horribly undertrained in domestic violence. They know laws, but they don't know a perpetrator. They don't know the characteristics of a perpetrator, and they don't know what they do to a victim.
Advocates explain that when you have DAs and judges, they're horribly undertrained in domestic violence. They know laws, but they don't know perpetrators. They don't know what they do to victims. He also pleads guilty to Curtis's murder. That sentence runs at the same time as his life sentence. Arkansas has the death penalty, but that's off the table. Washington abolished it in 2023. Why did he do it? Nobody knows for sure. Maybe money? He was stealing from Misha's accounts. He had that theft scheme with his wife. His wife, Monet, she pleads guilty to theft and identity theft, gets 2 years probation. Kirkland Warren starts his life sentence, but the community is angry, and Misha and Isla's family will never be the same. The weekend after their bodies were found, hundreds of people came to a vigil at Vancouver's Esther Short Park. Isla's classmates were there.
We really want to honor the family and make sure they get lots of support for that Layla and her mom is gone.
People at the vigil said they wanted to honor the family, make sure they get support. Isla and her mom are gone. Close friends spoke. One said Isla was like their niece. This has been heartbreaking.
Close friends with Layla and Miche. Layla was pretty much my niece. So yeah, this has been very heartbreaking. We hope something changes. We hope that if a victim comes out and they're scared, that the police do way more than what they did for her.
They said they hope something changes. They hope that when a victim comes out scared, police do way more than what they did for Misha. What do you think about this story? Could Misha and Isla have been saved? Let us know in the comments.